Today's Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. I'm feeling a little ungrounded, a little rattled all day today. Canceled my first job this morning because I wasn't ready to leave the house. Did a little work this afternoon. Watching the trends on social media this morning and seeing the news of the people, seeing the conversations around people putting up a black screen post in solidarity with this movement of Black Lives Matter. See narratives come from many directions. People talking about people funding Black Lives Matters, people funding riots, people twisting every story backwards and forwards in every direction. Doing good things for the wrong reasons, doing wrong things for good reasons. So much twisted, so much for us to check in with who we are and what we believe in. And I don't want to make anybody feel bad for what they're choosing to do, other than to check in for the reasons why. Stay open to hearing more of the story. I feel like what's coming up in society right now is not new. This has been cooking for a long time and we're seeing it surface right now, but it's important that we all get clear on what we believe, why we believe what we believe, what our values and ethics are before we're faced with an intense moment where we have to be called into question on how we're going to act or what we're going to say or do. I feel many of us on the planet are lost on what our truth is, on where our spiritual anchor is in this world, and we're lost on what we can do to help. And to see something that appears good come by and to jump on and support it, there's nothing wrong with that, but things are not always what they seem. I see the upheaval on the news of protesting, riots. Is it good or is it bad? Mobs of angry people always scared me. I try to stay away from that myself. Complacent inaction angers me, so where's the path in between that? I'm definitely not here in this video to tell people what to believe or what to do. Hoping to speak something that feels encouraging or grounding, because I need that today. I think the closer we pull from our own origins, from our own truths of what we deeply, most sincerely believe, it's going to touch the right people in the right ways. And it's not about jumping on this bandwagon or that one, or appearing to be on the right side or the wrong side. We're worried about getting ostracized for doing or not doing something. let whatever it stirs within us stir that thing within us so we can pay attention to it and look at it and work with it. Bring love to it, bring awareness to it. Bring change in our lives to see what it is that's dividing all of us. Some strong spiritual lessons that have come in over the years is that maybe most clearly and most distinctly is in the book The Course in Miracles. Talks about the oneness of life and how the truth is that there's nothing that's separate from the one source, and that all violence, pain, suffering happens in the delusional state of separateness. The more we let that sink in, the more we're worried about being judged or disciplined by some other. The more we run in fear or try to get ahead of another, you can wake up to the fact that we're living a program of separation from source, separation from each other. And that the more we drop in with the fact that we are not disconnected, we're not separate from source. We never were. Neither is anything else. There's only the illusion of separateness. And what people do in the illusion of separateness. And how far people will go in that while in that illusion of separateness just proves their asleepness to that awareness. And this is not even something that I believe can be taught as much as it's something that's eventually remembered or touched or brought back into your awareness by whatever means necessary, whatever spiritual journey you're on in this life, to find that in your own time and in your own way and in whatever way that makes sense to you. The rioting, the arguing, it's disturbing to me. And yet I see that it's something that needs to be worked out, because things aren't okay before this either. So like, whatever needs to get worked out, let's let it get worked out. I don't think there's anywhere to go to avoid this mass conscious awakening. It's beautiful that it's happening. The stuff that happens while it's happening can be really ugly and scary. But I think the upwelling of the awakening brings with it only beauty of us remembering ourselves and our connection with each other, and maybe anchoring in the fact of how amazing that's going to look when it's not something you have to teach or convince others that it's a knowledge they're already carrying. That the strangers you meet are already looking out for you. They already understand you as another expression of the one, another expression of themselves. And as we understand that, we're more in tune and taking care of the earth we're walking upon. And how beautiful is it to come upon a stranger who's taking good care of the land that they're standing on, who's taking good care of the water. Maybe this is what the colonists found when they came to the New World, yeah. And in their sleekness, they helped to create the world we live in right now. whatever the meaning, whatever the unfolding, it's not comfortable to live through. It's not comfortable to feel, to look out and see. For goodness sakes, let's not judge each other for the mistakes we're making along the way. Let's not get caught up in the emotionalism of who blacked out their screen and who didn't. And why did you do it and why didn't you do it? And it's about how are you living your life before today and how are you living your life tomorrow. Through and through. No one act is going to define us or make us good or make us bad. But it is important that we get clear on our own truth and start to stand in it more and more. Start to speak it more and more. Start to live it, embody it more and more in whatever little way we can, all day, every day. There's a lot going on the world scene. So much of it seems to be smoke and mirrors, distractions from the more important things underneath. People doing really beautiful things have nothing to hide. It's only the sinister ones in their separate minds that are trying to be deceiving, trying to hide, always lying. We need to learn within ourselves what it feels like when we're speaking the truth. Learn how to see that in others. Learn how to see when people think they're speaking the truth, but they're still not in harmony even with themselves. They're not even conscious of the fact that they're not speaking their truth. Learn how to see that too. My soul is hurting today. I feel anxious and ungrounded. What's going on? I don't know. Spending all day trying to figure that out, and spending all day fighting my addiction to social media. Sometimes when I'm in my most rattled, weakest states, I can't stop swiping to see one more thing to distract me from whatever it is I'm not ready to face in my own day today. I think we all have big lessons up, like as fast as we can show up for the lessons in our lives today, the next bigger lesson is waiting for us. So no matter how bold we are and quick we are in facing our biggest challenges, the next one is right there behind it. I think every shadow we welcome home and every aspect of ourselves that we learn to love is helping out the bigger collective. And if you're really walking this path on the inside for yourself, it's going to be evident to everyone around you. You're not going to have to jump through any hoops or wave any flags for people to know this. It's going to be felt by all those near you. People are going to feel your vibration from a long ways off. People won't be afraid of you. People will be drawn to want to be in your company. We know it. We know what we're doing. Don't let look at this peaceful scene behind me. Oh my goodness. Yeah. The vibration of the earth is in such a different story than the vibration of the humans on it right now. You can really see where we're all rattled. We've all lost our center. But yeah, I guess if there's any one thing I could say today is that it's been evident to me for a long time that it's up to all of us to find our center within ourselves. We're not going to be able to receive it from an outside organization. It's not going to be a group of people who can hand it to us. It's not our peers, not our friends, not our community. And in this great awakening, we're going to be attacked from every angle to find out what our truth is. Going to be told 99 different versions of the truth and the lie so mixed together you can't tell which one is which anymore. And at some level we don't need to have all those facts to still know how to be ourselves and how to act in our truth and in alignment with our truth. And just know that all the craziness is calling us into this even more, for us to just know our truth and stand in it. And that what will emerge on the other side, I have faith in that it will be a very cleansing of fire, to who we will be on the backside of all this will be a very clear mind, a very clear soul, a very discerning eyes of seeing through the nonsense. A need for utter transparency and honesty, and an unwillingness to look away from what is happening, because we can see where that got us. Guess that's my share for today. Bless you, everyone. Get clear with yourselves before you go out and join a crowd of people you don't know, doing something that they don't know. Be safe. Be love. Give yourself some room to make mistakes and be wrong. Give yourself some room to hear lots of different versions of the same story. Soften your edges so that more people can stand next to you, feeling safe and feeling good. Bless you, my beautiful people. We're doing it. We're doing it. Have a good day. Till next time.